out of 20 and up that main grandstand, front straight and to the hill. Here we go. Alan Savagian will lead the field. And they begin to accelerate now. One car right at the back, not in line yet, but we'll see what happens. Green flag waves, away they go. And the Furniture Row car on the inside line has got the better line. That little Porsche, though, coming up the inside, nicely done. Gets a couple of places there as he dives in.
It's kind of cool, though. You got Kenny Wallace and Rusty Wallace running out there against each other. Their cars, in fact, going around turn 2. Mark Mercurio ducks right behind him.
Good clean start through 3 and 4.
That is a deceiving section of the track. Because,
when you see it from this angle, you really understand that it's a lot harder than it looks.
And right when the driver thinks they get into rhythm, they're like, oh, wait, this is a real long corner.
Yeah. And then it tightens up again here. And then you start to climb. And then it's all blind crests over 9 and 10.
A lot like Watkins Glen, Road Atlanta, Sebring, a lot of the tracks we run, no real good driver will ever admit that they figured the track out.
No.
They're like, I figured out sections of the track, but I have yet to figure out the entire track. And the conditions change, different bumps, different cracks every year, so the tracks change every time you come to them. But the two Wallace cars going at it here, coming into the Mission Food Stadium complex.
Yeah, side by side, something's got to give here, or something's going to go horribly wrong, but they are literally touching as they come into 12. And it's going to be the 2.
Jeff Rocco.
Nicely done. Jeff Rocco taking the lead.
Now, I believe Jeff Rocco's car, that number 2, was one of the Wallace cars that was actually set up for road racing. And based on the body of Alan Savagian's car, that looks like a short track oval car.
Yeah, that's definitely an oval car. It looks sideways from here, doesn't it?
Ooh, and Nathan Bird in the other kind of Cup car.
Well,
look at that. They're just weaving each other.
Yeah, but hang on. The 88, is that... No, that's George Del Canto. So, oh, he's in the Cup car.
Oh, yeah, George Del Canto is guest driving, I think, for Nathan Bird.
Nathan Bird, yeah. You're right. Nathan was driving it yesterday.
Well, that's exciting.
So into 19 they go. Spreading out already, and the couple of stragglers at the back not able to catch up just yet. But it is the 2. And he'll cross the line now with a time of 2:25. George Del Canto in second place in the 88. He's done a great job in this one lap to come through. Remember, that was the car that was coming up the inside at about 8th place on the previous start lap. So he's done a heck of a job. Don't think it'll be long as the 14, Mark Mercurio, is getting rather mercurial at the 4th place at the moment. Cochran behind him, Zock, Brown, DeLong, then Paul Ruth in 9th and Kevin Rich in 10th.
So if you're wondering what makes a golden medallion car as is Walt Brown's car, is the car has to be set up as it was prepared back in the day. So that car raced, I think, in GTO or GTU in IMSA or in the Trans Am series in TA. And so that car is set up back as it was in one of those classes. So it's a really fun car, but great to have Walt at any one of our events with Arrow Lane and Chris Hines. He just kind of lights up the whole paddock.
Here we go for the lead. Didn't think it would take long, but Del Canto can. Nicely done. 2
different style Cup cars. But in racing, those are the 2 cars that we call Cup cars.
Yeah, that's true.
And it couldn't be more different.
Yeah. Porsche Carrera Cup and NASCAR Cup. But the grunt of the NASCAR doing its business, doing its job, and holding off the Porsche in the main straights. But this is where the Porsche will come good here in the Mission Food Stadium section. Mercurio still battling with Savagian.
There's something about Mercurio's car. I just love that he refuses to put any stickers on there, any decoration. You know, it just really stands out as a race car.
Doesn't need to.
I like the painted lines on that, though. I've always really appreciated the lines on that car.
Yeah, sure enough, the Porsche has got through into the lead again. And I kind of thought that might be the case, that the 911 just a little bit more nimble through the slower sections where the NASCAR struggles. NASCAR will be here next March at the Circuit of the Americas as part of the Cup Series. And looking forward to seeing them here. Now he's got the lead.
Is that
But
a fun race? The
He should
NASCAR
catch
Cup
up.
races, is that a fun race here at Cota?
Do you know, I haven't done it. I've only done it once, the first one, and it was heavy rain that year, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was real heavy rain. Here comes Walt Brown in the Pink Panther there, that Camaro, and then Parker DeLong in that Chevrolet Corvette.
So as anticipated, Jeff Rocco catching up there on the straight, but now he's got to go through the S's, and we'll see how he deals with that. As through goes Paul Ruth in the number 10 in that Pontiac, the ASA stock car. Yeah, it's an interesting little battle this at the front because they are so different, those two Cup cars. But now look at the gap. You see he's lost out, but watch how he catches up on the back straight.
Yeah, there is no substitute for power.
No.
Now, up until here.
No replacement for displacement.
Yeah. From turn 1 to here, it's all about being nimble. And then for here to
let
12,
it go.
You can just, it's a drag race.
And the truck also getting some good power. Who's driving the truck today? I think the 95, that 96. Corey Cochran, yeah? 96?
I believe so.
Silverado at the moment. Oh, goes slightly wide on the exit of 13. Gets it all back together. Takes the traditional line through 15.
But like we talked about, we've seen some different lines this weekend. I feel like some people are figuring out that section.
Yeah, I agree.
Or maybe they're finding grip that just wasn't there before, but we're seeing passes there that we haven't seen in the last 10 years at Cota. Oh, Alan Davison catching up to the Rusty Wallace car, or Alan Savagian, sorry.
Yeah, I think that's going to be our battle to focus on. Second and third and fourth and fifth for the remainder of this, because right now George Del Canto has taken off in that Porsche and in the GT3 Cup car, and I don't think we're going to see him again. And we've got a nice little battle here between Walt Brown and Parker DeLong.
Parker DeLong, one of our TA2 racers, but they couldn't get the car ready in time. So his dad's like, well, let's figure out something. Let's just get out there and go race and get you some seat time. And that's ever important to an up-and-coming driver as Parker DeLong, one of our young gun competitors.
Yeah. Parker just coming onto the scene in the last couple of years, and you're right, he throws himself in anything he can get. Doesn't matter whether it's a single-seater, Trans Am, Porsche, you name it. This is good. Walt under big pressure now, Walt Brown.
Yeah, and Jesse's pointing out that Walt Brown's front end is leaning quite a bit. She's seeing the Pink Panther rock from side to side through the Bennett Bridge Hall S's. George Del Canto has a youth racing ministry, and a lot of the students from his ministry were here helping out, hanging out yesterday with us, so that was really cool to see. Any city that we go to, he usually has a different local youth group that comes out and exposes to racing. But look, Alan Savagian takes it over Jeff Rocco there.
Well, I said that was going to be the battle.
Yeah, that's a change for the lead in our stock car class.
Yeah, in our stock car class, yeah. Del Canto's up the road, but this is the real battle for second and third. And like you say, in the stock car class, it's the battle for the lead. He can see how they struggle through the tighter corners. They just want to go a straight line or on an oval, don't they? Designed for that specifically. That's why it's so cool to have NASCAR here, because the road racing courses now have changed the face of NASCAR, and I think it's opened up NASCAR to a bigger audience because it does create different racing than NASCAR's used to at the ovals.
Well, it was cool hearing from Brian Keselowski, Brad's brother, who's been with us in TA2 all season long, saying that his brother is aware of TA2 because they know that this is the best training for road course racing coming into NASCAR. So we just keep hearing that from more and more of the NASCAR field. And
Brad now a very prominent figure in NASCAR as a team owner himself, part team owner.
I'm hearing that Zoc 4-6 is stuck driver's right at turn 10.
Okay, we'll keep a lookout for them. They've just gone through turn 2 and 3 and about to come through the Bennett Bridge Hall S's.
So that would be that Sunoco Camaro.
Wow, this field is really spread out. I said it was a small field, but they've really spread it out. And obviously there's quite a big difference between the cars that are out there. Del Canto's gone. He's, 14 seconds up the road. Meanwhile, we've got a nice little battle here, though. And into turn 11, the 14 makes his move. That's Mark Mercurio in the Howe Camaro.
And Cochran just keeps kind of staying right there. Look, Rusty Wallace wants to get this back.
He's got the right position, that's for sure. And the grunt to make it happen. But back comes Mercurio under braking. That's great.
So we had, 3 passes from corner to corner.
Yeah, I know. Now into the stadium section. Now this is where the Camaro should pull away a little bit, at least. He's not, though. Out of 13 and into 14. Next, it's the left-hander. High and wide. That's the right line for the number 2. And now gets on the power as soon as he can. The thing about this triple apex, though, is it's fairly fast, and so you're pretty much full on through here in what, 4th, 5th gear? And then he should get a good run at him on the main straight. His last lap, a 2:19.5, his fastest lap of the day. So Mercurio putting it down here with 10 minutes to go. Now let's see how much power he gets.
And Cochran getting a little bit loose there through 20. So the Rusty Wallace car there of Rocco is probably unrestricted. Mercurio's probably running a little bit of a restriction in that that Howe chassis Camaro that he's got.
Is that a rule thing or choice thing?
I think just to be a part of to be in the class that he's in, I think he's having to run something like that. Now he's just running over those pylons there, just kind of nilly-willy that we were talking about with Scott Goodyear in the Trans Am races that can really disrupt the cars.
Yeah, it can, yeah. So there's where that incident is. You can see the flashing lights here at top of 9.
Yeah.
So there's a local caution there by the looks of things. Yeah, there you see the parked car just there. I think he's just gone to the Portaloo there, isn't he?
Maybe.
So it's still Del Canto, Savagian, but now Del Canto taking it to 19 seconds. You better get out there. He's waiting for you on the podium. There he is. There's the leader. He's at turn 15. Well, they're still coming down the back straight. Impressive. And there's our drone doing a little bit of play-by-play coverage. Like it. Nice work. But it shows you just the distance he's managed to pull when you see it from the drone. There he is coming into 20. Here he is, and you saw where everybody else was. They were just getting into the stadium section, so he is flying. Another good lap. Takes the white flag. One more to go then for Del Canto. That's been impressive. He didn't start. I think he started about 8th. And he was up to, what, 4th by the end of the first lap. And once he got the lead, everybody was going to stop him.
Running a good line.
Yep. No, he's put on a good performance. This is he knows what he's doing out there. That's for sure. Using the curbs nicely, but not too much. You know, just drifting through them rather than banging over them.
I'm gonna text Dustin and see if that's Nathan Bird or George Del Canto.
Well, it's officially George Del Canto, but you're right. It has all the earmarks of a good Nathan Bird drive, but we'll soon see. Anyway, he's coming into 11 for the last time. Alan Savagian, who got past Mark Mercurio. That battle going on. Mercurio setting his fastest lap last time out, actually. So they're still battling. And there's just a second or so between them. So that could be a fitting end for their little battle. Jeff Rocco now down to 4th. Corey Cochran in 5th place. And Parker DeLong now 6th. Into the complex, the Mission Foods Stadium section for the last time comes the 88 then. The Sonesta-sponsored all black and red Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car. Looking for the result.
All right, here we go. Nathan Bird comes around through the Mission Foods Stadium complex. Yeah, it's Nathan Bird coming through. Thanks, Dustin, for texting me back. And yeah, they've, you know, if we ever get it wrong, Dustin, don't feel afraid to text me. But that is Nathan Bird about to come and take the checkered flag.
I'm glad we got that before the checkered flag, because both of us were kind of looking at it going, God, that's a handy driver, knows what he's doing.
Nothing against George Del Canto.
But he did look like Nathan Bird from yesterday, and he's done it again. Through 19, 1 corner to go. Glad you put that in, and he is a flying bird, because here comes Nathan. Nathan Bird then comes to the checkered flag, and there it takes it here at the Circuit of the Americas. Another good day at the office then for Nathan. He's done single-seaters today, he's done Porsches today, and he's had a fair few laps. Miles ahead of the chasing pack.
Yeah, I would say he's probably in the 1 percentile of the people that have the most race laps in 2023.
And is that because the birds are in racing?
It's because he races every weekend, it seems like.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
Usually 2 or 3 different cars. As we see Alan Savagian, but maybe Edward Savagian taking the checkered flag there in the Furniture Row stock car.
And then it should be Mark Mercurio also in the Howe Camaro taking 3rd. Yes, it is. And then your Rusty Wallace car, Jeff Rocco, taking 4th. Corey Cochran taking 5th. So well done to Nathan Bird. Sorry for calling him George earlier, but that's what it says on our timing monitors. So how can we tell unless we got the helmets off? We can't. So good text that to find out.
A little bit of research happening here last minute. Nice drive from Nathan Bird. Very good for Arrive and Drive Motorsports.
A nice clean race, no question. I agree.
Yeah, well, it's good to end the day on a green to checker race.
Yeah. Well, thank you once again, Ben Sissel. I'll see you at the gala to hand out the prizes. Looking forward to that. But that concludes our coverage of SVRA's 2023 Helmet Race Day, and also our Trans Am winners. Well done to you guys in TA, XGT, SGT, and GT. Fantastic stuff for a little bit of history as Brent Cruz becomes the youngest ever TA2 champion. Well done to him. Chris Dyson wrapped up the championship in TA way back in VIR. It seems a long time ago that. It's been a great season though. Hope you've enjoyed it. My thanks to Greenlight TV and for all the marshals, stewards, organizers, race directors, RC, everybody involved in getting this event together. We thank you for your time, energy, and perseverance in some of the delays. But from me, Jonathan Green, until we meet again, have a good night and